Computer, what's up, you guys? Oh, sorry. It always freaks me out that she tells me that she's recording now because that's like, I don't know. I'm still like 2010 Zoom versus it was zooming around that. But what's up, you guys? If you guys do not know who I am, my name is Trish McFarland. And if this is your first time on our community YT huddle, give us a 1 in the comments so we can welcome you here. And I'm going to be kicking it off. So we have a really awesome call tonight. I'm super excited about our speakers that are going to be sharing tonight. And I'm super pumped that they took time out of their Monday night. I know that they had games that they were attending and they were rushing to get home to share everything with us tonight. So I'm going to move through announcements really quickly. What's up? Welcome. I see some ones popping up. Welcome. So happy to have everybody here. I'm going to quickly move through some announcements really quickly, and then we're going to hop right into it. So the triple treat threat, right? How many people are super pumped about this bundle that they released for us to talk about for the whole month of October, like through the end of the year? Like, this is what we've been waiting for, right? Like, this is such an amazing package and bundle to be able to say, like, hey, like, I know you've been interested. I know that you want to try it. Like, listen, like, you can get started with this 10-day challenge. Plus you have an opportunity to do a 24-hour fast. Like, you gotta like dip your toes in the water, and then you're going to be able to complete the reboot with us at the end. And we have this available going into the holidays. And as I'm talking about, like, as you're talking and you're sharing and you're doing all your social media stuff with these bundles, I just want to say this to you guys, like, don't just talk about it. Don't just post about it. Like, are you actually doing it alongside for people to see and share, right? Like, one of my biggest downfalls when I just did the 10-day challenge is I didn't share every single day. Like, I forgot to like get on social media and do my like mixing up like I've always done in the past. So like, that's going to affect my business moving forward, right? But like, I've committed to Friday, like, I'm doing the 10-day challenge. I'm like morning and afternoon ketones. Listen, like, y'all, like, I drink like 7 ketones a day, it feels like sometimes anyway, right? Like, 'cause I don't sleep anymore. But do you guys understand what I mean? Like, it's just sharing that and like, be present, but commit to yourself to doing it. Commit to doing the 60-hour fast. Commit to doing a 24-hour fast and sharing it. Like, that is where the juice is, I promise you. So we have that. We have LCD coming up this weekend, virtual LCD. Who has tickets? Put a me in the chat if you got your tickets for LCD, you guys. Like, here's the thing, like, being in person, being able to see each other, squeeze one another, like, there's energy there that you can, like, it literally cannot be replaced by anything. However, what is really awesome about these virtual events is that it allows more people to get plugged into them, right? Like, maybe it's hard for you to find childcare, and so getting to an in-person event is a bigger mountain for you to climb, right? Versus buying tickets and spending the weekend and being able to plug in there. So like, get these tickets, these trainings, right? LCD is leadership coaching dynamics, right? This isn't like, oh, like little spurts, like grow your business right now, like blah, blah, blah. This is like long-term vision for your business, right? It's creating that long tail of leadership, right? Because like, it's great to have a business, it's great to hit rank 6, it's great to do stuff, right? But it's a matter of like developing leaders, having that strong, sustainable business. And plus, like, I'm going to be real honest, the stuff that you learn in LCD, you're going to apply to like your everyday life. Like, I'm not even kidding. There is stuff that I learned in LCD that I was like, wow, life-changing things about myself. And like, I applied it to my marriage and my kids, and it's awesome. And also Virtual Epic, do not forget about that. That is December 10th. They changed the dates. Also another great opportunity to really feel what Prove It is, who Prove It is, and kind of get like into like, what is our community, right? And like, really celebrate everything that we've had. So those are all of our announcements for right now. I'm like kind of like scatterbrain. Before I pass it over, let's do some celebrations and appreciation. So really quick, I love to start every single call with gratitude. So right now I want you to think of, I don't want you to think of like, I don't want to be broad about it. Cause like sometimes we're like, I'm really happy for like my health or like whatever, right? I want you to really think about like, what is one person right now that you are super grateful for and why. And so like, you don't have to type it out if you don't want to. You can just close your eyes and you can kind of just like think like, who are you grateful for and why right now in your life? And it could be somebody, doesn't have to be a huge, it doesn't have to be like this great big person. Like, don't overthink it. Like right now, I'm really, really grateful, really grateful for my husband, who, it was a rough day today in my house. I'm not gonna lie. I was not the wife or mother that I was created to be in any way, shape, or form. And despite lots of things, like, he held it together. He's holding down the fort with Griff and Jack right now, making sure he's the monitor up. So I'm really grateful for him and just him being honest with me and just having this hard conversation. Good. Oh, I love you guys. Awesome. Awesome. And if you guys have a moment later today, like maybe there's someone that you were thankful for, like, it's great to think about it and it's great to share here. But like, if the person's not on this call, like, send them a text, call them, let them know. Like, I should probably tell my husband I'm thankful for him instead of telling you guys. Right? Like, it could really make a big difference in our marriage too, right? So like, just make sure that you're sharing that with them and letting them know. And then any celebrations, we have a ton of celebrations from September, right? It's October already, you guys. Like, what the heck? Guys, we have new pro champs, new champs that are gonna be sharing tonight. My pulse was a popping last Thursday. Like, I was like, oh my God. And then Friday morning, I was like, because things were like coming from the link before the next day. So many celebrations. If you have a celebration, whether you sold your first trial pack, maybe you sold your first 10-day challenge, maybe you hit a rank that you were shooting for, maybe you hit your highest income month, maybe you just started something or you did something scary, maybe you signed up and just joined this community and you got on this call. Like, what is one thing you want to celebrate for yourself? Pop it in the comments. Yes, yes, yes. I know, it's so exciting. And I'm going to announce some rank ups right now. Ranked up, awesome, exciting. Guys, can we talk about root beer up? Who got root beer up? Oh, so good. Like, Travis had 2 today. He's like, I've been waiting for up for so long. He drank 2 in a row. He's like, I don't even care. It's amazing. Awesome. We have so many more things coming. So I'm really excited. Very good. All right. So you guys ready for tonight's call? I am super pumped. So tonight, you guys know, like, I've kind of shared on the last 2 calls where it was just me talking, and that kind of feels weird because I love putting it out. One of the things that I love about our organization, our community, is that there's not one person that is the head, right? There's not one person that knows everything and is sharing everything all the time, right? Like, I love to look down at our organization and say, like, who are the people that are in the trenches right now? Who are the people that are on fire, right? Literally just blowing their business out of the water right now. And who can we highlight and have them share? Because I don't know everything. I like to learn. Like, I'm still growing. And that's the cool thing about this business, that we have the opportunity to do that. And so tonight we are hearing from 3 very special women that I'm very excited about. The first person, right? So I'm going to kind of go through. So we have Brandy, who is a brand new card champ. So give her some love in the comments. She's going to be sharing tonight. We have Miss Linda Lee Morgan. I have been getting text messages and people are like, who is Linda Lee Morgan? Because she has risen to the top of our new volume board. And people are like, oh my gosh, like, who is this girl? And you have, like, you heard from her once, and I've actually had people that my inbox was flooded with messages like, like, she needs to speak on more calls. And she's a brand new 100K pro champ, Liz McEwen. She's going to be leading our call tonight. Did I say your name right? I always feel like, did I say it correctly?
McEwen.
It's cute. I don't say McEwen.
Yep.
McEwen.
There's no Q, but the E is cute. It's Scottish. McEwen.
Oh, I like it.
With a brogue.
She's going to be charging the call tonight with her lady, sharing everything. So get your pens and your pencils ready, and I'm just going to pass it on to her because she is fire. Go, Liz.
Let's go. Thank you so much for having me, guys. I am so pumped and I'm dying in the chat seeing all this lizards, all my lizards here, my team. This team is insane. And this team are filled with workhorses, and these people have this burning desire to kill it and share every day, share their love every day. And I feel like I've become the mom who wants a bumper sticker on my car that says like, my honor student is better than your honor student, because my freaking kids are killing it. And the most mortifying moment ever as a promoter was when Brandy, who's on here, her husband's like, who do you keep meeting like every morning at the coffee shop? Like, who you meeting every morning? And she's like, don't worry, I'm just going to see Mama Bear. And I was like, my life has come down to Mama Bear. I'm 46 and I'm Mama Bear and I'm freaking killing it. So I'll take it. I told her if she ever says it again, she's cut off for sure, because I'm thinking like, I'm on my ketones. I'm hot as heck. I've had this transformation. We are all feeling so good, but now I'm Mama Bear. But let's go. So I just want to tell you that my team, not just Linda Lee, that we call Lala in the house, Lala and Brandy are not just the only ones killing it in this team of lizards, this community. We have people going at their own pace, and I'm so proud of every single pace they're at, and we celebrate the shit out of every single celebration, whether it's a star or it's a new customer. We are a very open community. We have separate threads. We have a runner thread and we have our basic keto lizard community thread. And these girls are just really asking questions and really loving it. And what I always say to these people when they first start is, you know, this train's going with or without you. Come with me and we're going all the way to the top. Take your time if you want to, but if you really want to go fast and go hard, let me know, because I will help you get there. No pressure, but I need to know who wants to kill it. And when you're ready, it might not be your time right now to like crush it. You might be super busy with family life and this and that, which is totally fine. We're all sort of juggling it. But I'm so pumped because I freaking love this team and I love how hard they work. And I'm so excited. One of the things that is really important to me in this culture and this community is that as soon as I see a new promoter has signed up, all the way down throughout, you know, all of my promoters, I have a one-on-one. And I invite their promoter on, their direct promoter, whether it's me or whoever they've signed up under. And I make sure we do a Zoom call. And it could be the whole family line, or it could just be myself and them. But the point of the whole 15-minute Zoom call is that I'm here for you. I'm here for you, whether it's something going on in your family, if your dog's hurt and you need me to make a post for you. I know if your dog's limping and I want to hear about it, and I'm committed in this to the end with you, and I'm going to do this holding your hand. And I'm talking about the ultimate customer experience, that we're not here to sell a box and move on. I want them to feel what we're all feeling, this freaking energy. I just had my first root beer up and it killed me because I had to wait until the social media thing, like you all did, went back live to do this. So I made my root beer float. And I'm pumped with energy right now. I've been waiting to feel my energy all day. This is my second ketone of the day. The culture in this community of our family is we're here for you. And if you need us, let us know how we can help you. Open door for questions. If you don't understand why there's sodium in this and not sodium in this, is it a supplement? Is it technology? What is the question? And I'm going to send it to you. And someone in our group will send it to you if we're busy, and you need to save that in your notes. And I'm like, did you save that? Because, you know, it's here in our thing. And I really want everyone to know that when you're working with your team, for the longest time, I had no promoters. So if you're watching this right now and you're like, yeah, well, she has workers, she has people who are working. it comes to you. Those affirmations that I thought were like woohoo, woohoo. And Heather Hooker, man, she told me about these affirmations and I'm like, all right, girl, all right. I started listening to motivational speeches in the shower. All right. I brought my iPhone in. I'm like, please God, my whole business will go down if this phone gets wet and ruins and craps out. But I prop it up by my shampoo. And I listen to the best motivational speeches of each year. And that's what I'm doing when I'm shaving. And that's what I'm doing every morning. I put on a Prove It podcast. There's only 13. I've listened to them each probably 3 times each for my morning runs. 3 times a week, I listen to a podcast. And every time I'm picking up something different. And when I listen to other business marketing, MLM, all those different type of motivational podcasts, I also will do the dirty work of listening to it during my run. And then I go back and send it to my team. You guys have to hear this one. Fast forward to minute 12. And I need you to listen to minute 24. I need you to listen to how the dental hygienist in her office went from just booking appointments to legit making them have veneers and blah, 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 blah. And she's like, I didn't even know I signed up for that. But there are MLM podcasts that, not just MLM, it's business, how to get there. And I love it. I found 2 guys who run a podcast and they curse all the time and they play gangster rap at the beginning. And I'm like, I found my people. But all I know is that it's there for you, digging, and it's not just Improve It community. There are people out there who have these YouTube videos and how to listen. LCD was life-changing for me. I'm not going to lie. My husband, he even propped up his computer. He was able to bring back to his own work. He has a bunch of engineers under him. And if you've worked with engineers, if your husband's an engineer, if you're an engineer, you know what I'm talking about. The communication, it's not easy. But he brought back not sympathy, but empathy. And it was something that he learned in LCD that blew me away. I think that when you get in the rote day in, day out of work, you kind of lose the empathy. And someone the day after LCD got written up for doing something, grown, 55-year-old man got written up for something. And protocol is to do this. This is how they get written up. And this is what goes in their permanent file. But my husband's like, I'm going to ask him why. What was going on? He's worked here 30 years. So what he brought from LCD, my point is to have some freaking empathy. If people are telling you it's expensive, it is expensive. It's expensive to them. Have you taught them how they can get it for free? Have you talked to them about trial packs? What are you doing to help them and really have the empathy? They're not saying it to brush you off. They're saying it because it's expensive. It took me 3 months before I went on SmartShip because I thought I was going to be in a loaded gym membership and I'd never be able to get out. It was a scam. It was a hoax and I would never be able to get out. So understand that it's scary giving your credit card. It's scary committing to something. But if you don't tell them, this is how I say it. Oh no, when you go to SmartShip, this is how you're going to save the 22%, start getting free ketones. And there's a big button that says you can cancel at any time. As soon as I say that, there's no more questions asked about how scared they feel to start SmartShip. And all of these things is what I go over on the first day that my promoters become promoters. How are you going to talk to them? Can we do a role and let's role play out a little bit? Do you need more from me after this 15-minute call? When are we going to schedule it before we hang up now that I can meet with you in a week from today? Because you're going to have more questions. Like writing coupons aren't easy. It's not easy until you actually have to write the coupon. Until then, when I tell you how to do it, it really is not easy. So those are the type of things we're doing in our lizard community and culture. And I think being there for people, and it's so much more than a drink. It's so much more. And I tell every single potential person that I'm talking to about ketones, it's so much more than a drink. And I hope that's something that you guys are sharing with your people who are interested. It's not, yes, you're going to have the weight loss if you follow the macros and you do all that and you drink your drink, but it's how you're feeling. It's really how you're feeling. And I know my promoters are sharing that. And I'm super pumped that this was my rank 7. This was my vision board. If you see, rank 7 has been up here before 6, before anything. I became a promoter and I put a big number 7 on my vision board. And I'm freaking pumped that I'm a rank 7 and I'm crying about it. Now I need to set bigger goals. That's what I tell my team, bigger goals. Stop thinking about your multiplier, you're going to get your multiplier, girl. If you want to get your multiplier, I'm going to get you to get your multiplier, but think bigger. And Heather Hooker taught me that for sure. Think bigger. I'm blown away. Brandy, who's going to be talking now, Brandy Davis, came to my door because she was waiting for her box to come and she was short. She's under another person and that person didn't have ketones for her. So she drove 25 minutes away to come get her ketones. And as she was walking up in her Lily Pulitzer, her little Lily floral outfit, I was like, she's the cutest thing. And I sold her some ketones and I sat with her on my couch right here. And it was just an instant connection. And right from the get-go, I told her there's a job opportunity with this. I know you're a stay-at-home mom and you're crazy busy, but I just want you to know in the future, if you're interested, there's a very lucrative job opportunity with this. And we've been together ever since. In 4 months, Brandy hit rank 5. And then Brandy signed up and she'll tell you her story. Lala, Linda Lee in the house. She signed up Lala and Lala Brandy hit rank 6 in 4 months. And Lala hit rank 5 in 6 weeks. It's insane. And it's so much more than warm market. It's so much more. And we talk about this. I have 2 Zoom monthly meetings with my team. And we're expanding every single day. And I really want you to hear from them. But I know Nick Martinez, I think it was, in one of the podcasts talked about almost like a little teaser. How bad does someone want it? And I think it was him. He said, I'll say to someone, all right, you want to meet? When can you meet? You have 20 minutes. This is before COVID. Can you come to my house in 20 minutes? You want to talk ketones? Let's talk. So we're kind of doing it virtual now, but I see the people who really, really are like, I'm working, but I can be there at 4:30 p.m. I'm a teacher. Can you meet me at Starbucks? Yes, I can. I am available. Let's go. Get your paper, get your pen. Let's go. And that burning desire of really wanting to kill it in this company, it's there for you. And it's so freaking exciting. So Brandy Davis, I am honored that you are on our team, Brandy. So I'm so happy that you're here to speak with us. And I love you, girl.
Thanks, Liz. How do I even start talking after you? You're pumped like all of us up. I literally have been going crazy, actually. Nobody cares, actually. It's my kid's sick. We had a death in the family today. I literally all over here, but I always come to work. I always come to work because you know what? Since day one, I actually met Liz at a power hour with my sick kid. And I was like, I'm here. We're going to do this. We're doing ketones, sick kid or not. So I've always had that mentality. But anyways, outside of that. So anyways, I met Liz, like she said, walked into her house. And it was like the day I met her, she's like, this is my person. This is my person. It's like Heather Hooker. This is my person. And I was like, oh my God, I love this woman. I'm going to be her. Literally had no idea who this person was, besides that she had crazy curly hair, 2 dogs, her daughter's going to college, this and that. And I was like, I want to be her. So I did that. So I started with her May 24th. I started as a promoter, and what did I do? I started meeting with her once a week. And then I was like, I need more. And I started meeting with her 4 times a week. Now we meet 4 times a week, whether it's on a Zoom call or we're meeting in person. I'm always meeting her, and she always gives me tasks. There's always something we're doing, whether she says, you know what, we're going to spend 15 minutes and we're going to do this, or we're going to go and we're going to do whatever her tasks are, we do them. And every single time I grow, and I keep growing bigger and bigger. We're very big onto like our community base and making sure that our community is taken care of, each and every single person. It's not like, all right, I want you to sign up ketones. We literally talk every day to these customers and make sure that our community is happy and that the community base that we have for each other are working. You know, besides me and my promoters and making sure my promoters are growing and are happy and their promoters, we literally are talking to each and every one of our customers and giving them the ultimate customer service. And I think that's really big, because a lot of people just, here's the sale and then you close the door, and we don't, we keep going. And I think that's something that kind of helps us. The other thing Liz has taught me is, if you want to grind, we're going to grind. Whether you have sick kids, you have a death in the family today, you have anything going on. Literally, I was at a baseball game, rushed home just to do this Zoom. I always put ketones first, always. I mean, obviously I put God and my family first, but ketones. It's what I talk about. I talk about it at the baseball field. I talk about it when I get my nails done. Every single person I talk to is about ketones. The first thing that comes out of my mouth is, have you heard of ketones? Like my nail lady's like, wow, you look great. I'm like, I'm drinking ketones. I always have a cup, even if there's nothing in it, because if it's not clear, they don't know. It's just water. And I'm like, I'm drinking ketones. That's one of the things. We do power hours 4 times a week, at least, her and I, and we hit it hard. And one of the things she always says is people who want to work are going to work. You're going to have promoters that, you know, they have a busy life, or they have a second job, or they're doing other things. But when you want to work, you're going to succeed. So it's about putting the hours in. So I literally work sun up to sundown. I'm talking ketones all the time. Sometimes it takes me a little bit to get back to somebody because I'm doing ketones and I'm always on the go and I'm always doing stuff. And I think that really helps with us. And it depends how hard you want to go. I'm here to burn it. I'm here to literally kill this game. When Liz will text me, she literally, she sends rocket ships. So now I send rocket ships to all my promoters too, because I'm headed to the top. And she's, ever since day one, she's like, what are you going to do? And I'm like, I'm headed to the top. I'm going right where you're going, right under your wing. I'm going right there. So I think that's a big thing. A lot of things that she has taught us are like the 30 no's. She's like, all right, well, did you get your 30 no's? What's going on? Do you have your 30 no's? Because if you don't have your 30 no's, let's go. We have to contact. So we do talk to 5 people a day minimum. That's one of her tasks that we do every single day in our DMOs is, have you heard of ketones? We talk to everyone about that. And I always try to get in my 30 no's. Another thing that I had for her when we started, she's like, you need to set your goals high. I was like, okay, well, I don't even know what that meant. And I was like, well, I'm going to get a car by December. That was our running joke. And because we were going to go to Epic together. And I was like, I'm going to have a car. Watch, I'm going to get it at Epic. Little did I know. So, I don't know. It's really hard to follow after Liz because she pumped me up so much. But another thing that she does talk about all the time is her podcast. I know she mentioned that one of the things that she does, and she'll send it to me even. She's like, I just heard this when I was running. Oh my God, you just have to listen to it. Stop what you're doing and put your earphones in and let's go. And I was like, okay. So I always do that. I think a lot of that's really helped me. Her power hours are really intense sometimes. It's literally 1 hour and it's like, we don't even really talk. She's like, all right, you have 15 minutes to do this. And an example will be your smart ship customers. For example, she'll be like, your customers are green. I want you to hit every single one of them and you need to tell them why they need to be a smart ship customer and make them orange, or give them the benefits of that. Or an example she'll give us is, you know, what is it? Like our referral codes. Why are your referral codes like AB1237? You know, she's like, you need to show them why they need to change that in your community. So we go to the cloud and she's like, all right, you have 10 minutes to talk to each and every one of these persons. One, it helps us build the relationship back with the customers that we possibly haven't talked to in a little bit. And it also helps us to get them a referral code because they're going to add 2 more friends because everybody wants free ketones. I started this because I wanted free ketones. I started this literally because I wanted free ketones. And then I found the opportunity with promoting and selling ketones, and that's kind of where it left me. So I think that's enough of me talking. I don't know, Liz, do you want to introduce Linda Lee or do you want me to?
Go for it, Brandy. You're a rock
Okay,
star.
so I am going to introduce my girlfriend who I met through my mother-in-law. Actually, I was selling ketones and she's in a rodeo group of women and I met her, and this woman is the most loving, upbeat. She was shy. She said she wasn't one to talk in person, but she knows how to talk to every single person about ketones. So please let me introduce to you Linda Lee, who we call Lala.
Hi, everyone. I'll be completely honest. I've never done anything like this before on a call with this many people, so I'm a little nervous. But I just want to start out by saying I'm a stay-at-home mom and a wife. I haven't worked in 30 years. And my father, though, I learned from him what hard work means. We own a family business of 74 years. and I've watched him my whole life work hard. And coming into this, it's actually what Brandy said. I wanted free ketones. Like literally, I watched Brandy. I've been on a keto journey since January 1st. I've lost over 50 pounds. And for like 3 months, I watched Brandy posting about the ketones, knowing I should be trying those, but for some reason didn't. Finally, I did. And now I've lost another 20 pounds from the ketones. And what happened was my sister-in-law started drinking the ketones. That same day I started drinking the ketones. And then one of my best friends, Shannon, started drinking the ketones. And I'm like, so I called my sister-in-law up and I'm like, I might as well just sign up to be a promoter, because if Shannon's already wanting to drink them, I'm sure I have 2 more friends that's going to want to drink them, and I'll at least get them for free. And so literally that happened. And the next day I posted I was drinking them, and literally it blew up. I mean, everyone and anyone was asking me, what is that? What are you doing? I have friends in Texas drinking them now, friends in Alabama. One of my friends in Alabama is my promoter. I have friends in Gainesville drink. I have friends all over the state of Florida, other states. It's just crazy, from my rodeo world to my family to friends. And I feel like what Brandy was saying, meeting Liz and Brandy honestly like changed my life. They're such amazing women. The way they make you feel every day, the way you can literally call them with a question, you can FaceTime them and they answer. It don't matter what they're doing. It's literally very inspiring. They help me in every way possible, and now have helped me with my people under me. I now have 5 promoters. I'll be honest, I did not tell people about promoting quickly. I waited. I did it all on my own because I didn't want to just sign people up and them just be out, for a quick money. I wanted them to be as sincere about it as I was, because I love getting the texts every day of the people that feel better, that arthritis feels better, their menopause is better. Like literally now for the almost 2 months I've been doing it, I get texts daily, and I post those texts. I cut their names off unless they tell me they want their name on there. And I show people my real and honest text with people doing them. And I honestly feel like that's one thing that's helped me a lot. And the other thing I love is I love the company. I love everything about it. I've researched now about it. I love the owner's own social media accounts. I love how sincere he seems in his own family and the way now I'm in love with just the company itself, the people involved. And Heather Hooker messages me, she pumps me up, and everybody just makes you feel so great. They make you feel like you're unstoppable. That's the honest to God truth. And I agree with the podcast and everything like that. I also daily listen to worship music, and literally now when I listen to my worship music, it's almost in a different way, because I feel like God's put me on this path for some reason. It's what I told my husband and daughter the other day. I started crying. I said, all I can say is I was sick and tired of feeling sick and tired of my weight, because I was always a skinny person and I had put on so much weight. But I also wanted something more in life. I'm now, we're empty nesters. My kids, I'm still majorly involved with both of my kids. I see them all the time, but at the same time, like I wanted something more. And like, literally this has been, I just feel like what God like sent for me to do. And I love helping people. My group on Facebook has grown very fast with followers. We all help each other. We all post stuff about recipes and different ideas, and people love just to have a conversation sometimes under the stuff I post on my group. I feel like the Facebook group is a huge thing. And I'm trying to think of what else. I don't know if anybody has any questions, because I'm like so nervous. I don't even know what else to say. But I definitely feel like there's still so much room to grow. Literally all 5 promoters that now have signed up, they're either my sister-in-law, my longtime friends, and they're people that I feel like are loving this as much as I am. And that's very important to me. And Liz has shown me how important that is, with making sure that it's people that are authentic and real, and not just trying to, like she said, get somebody to buy 1 box and then be done. I literally go back and message people every day asking them, how are you doing? people go over with me different things that today I had a friend message me going over, we were trying to figure out what she's doing wrong. And we figured out she's having too much cheese. Like, I literally love like the fact of helping people like every day. So I think
I'm
that's
so
about it.
proud
But
of you.
thank you all for having me.
Lala in the house. Yay. So proud of you girls and the culture and this whole Prove It community. And 94 of you have taken the time to come into this group huddle. And it makes my heart so full. And I know I've private messaged Trish before, but Trish and Travis, that leaderboard that you put out, it inspires us. It motivates us. We circle it and we celebrate and we do gift cards and we do promotions and we are pumping each other up. So those who have that competitive edge on my team get to enjoy that. And those who don't want any part of it, I still find them and celebrate them. And I put eyes and I say, I see you. So Trish, everything you're doing for all of us, I want you to know how grateful we all are because, you know, we're all aspiring for getting everyone better and more and 1% better. But because of you, I truly think you and Heather, we are 1% better. So thank you. Thanks for having us.
Oh my God, Liz, thank you guys. Guys, in the comments, like, let's give them some massive, massive, massive love in there. And I know you guys took so much time to get on here and do this. And I have so much I want to talk about really fast. I'm so fired up from this call. You guys crushed it. But would you guys be open for like, if we did like 5 or 10 minutes of like a quick Q&A, like if anybody has any questions. So if you guys have a question for Liz, Brandy, or Lala, go ahead and pop it in the chat. And as you guys are doing that, I just kind of want to like recap some of the things that I heard, because I don't know about you, like I had a lot of really big takeaways from that. Did anyone get takeaways from at least one of the speakers tonight? Like I got takeaways from all of them. One of the things that I heard Liz say, and then I heard Linda kind of like reiterate, just talking about this community and talking about the culture, right? They kept coming back to the culture. And something that I think is really, really important is like, Liz is creating her culture in her organization. She gets to create that. She's creating it with her teammates. Linda's talking about creating it in her Facebook group that she has. Like the culture that you have or that you're looking for, like it's being created no matter what, but it's up to you. It can be created by your design or it's by default. Like, are you pouring into people? Are you looking to give more value than get people to buy boxes, right? I love how they were like, it's not like you buy a box and you're done. Like buying the box is just the start of it. They're giving the white glove experience for all of their customers. Like, so like the culture that you're doing is created by design, not default. So I felt like that was a really huge takeaway for so many of us. And then Brandy, when she was talking about the 30 no's, I know a lot of people, I don't know, is like a lot of people were asking questions. Yes, I see the 30 no's. People were like, wait, you get 30 no's a day? This is huge, you guys. Like how many times are like the biggest holdup we have in this business is what if they say no? Like, what if you took it off and said like, I want people to say no because I'm going to check it off my list of things I've done today. Like getting no, you stop viewing it as like this like bad little like naughty thing. I didn't know what other word was going to come out of my mouth. Sorry. And you start looking at it, like embracing it, like that's okay. Cause those are seeds planted. Cause I guarantee if you ask Brandy, how many of those no's have turned around and now are customers, she'd be like, oh, there's a lot more than you would even think about, you guys. Cause they're seeds planted. So that was awesome. And again, she's a brand new champ. Like how exciting is that? And then with Linda, I absolutely loved how she was talking, like, first of all, like how she was talking about her community that she has, right? Like so much of the time, you guys, people are like, well, what do I do? Like, how do I do this? Like what? It's about relationships. It's not about numbers. Like stop focusing on the number, start focusing on helping people where they are. Just because someone's not your customer doesn't mean you can't send them a recipe. It doesn't mean that you can't help them. It doesn't mean that you can't help pour into them or send them a funny meme or send them a funny GIF or do whatever it takes to build that community. Her community is growing rapidly because of what she's putting into it. If you don't, like, you're going to get out exactly what you put into anything that you do. And then I feel we have 2 questions. All right, we got questions, and then we'll wrap it up. Kelly asked podcast suggestions. So
Yeah, so I've been writing down the questions that people are coming up with. Kelly, for podcast, I really want you, like, I'm going to put my coach's hat on now, Kelly. What I would want you to do is go into the free app that comes on your phone. I tell all my promoters this. It's whether you're on an Android, Shira can tell you, Shira's on the call. She has an Android. I have an iPhone. There's a free thing that says podcast. It comes on your phone. There's a search bar, type in Prove It, because Prove It has 13 podcasts, which are mind blowing. Sometimes when I'm walking or running, I have to stop to the side because I have to process what was just said. And I'm like, how am I going to write this down? How am I going to? And then Kelly, I also want you to go into the podcast search bar and type in marketing and sales. And there's women who do marketing and sales. There's religious-based marketing and sales. There's MLM-based marketing and sales. And I just want to throw this in there. When you're talking to someone and they're like, is this an MLM? My new thing the past 6 months is I'm like, hell yeah, it's an MLM. We live in the United States and I'm freaking killing it. And I am so proud that I'm helping people every day. You want to join me on this MLM? You know, so I'm totally changing that whole MLM status. And when I used to cry about it, Heather said, well, ask them and have empathy. She said, did you ever ask them, were you burned before? Did something, you know, do you have a bad experience? Just ask them. Talk, open communication instead of you getting defensive, you know, that someone says, is this an MLM? Don't take it as defensive, take it as offensive. They're asking you. So basically everything Heather and Lindsay and Kate and Trish, everything everyone tells me, I'm taking it all in, and I'm thinking about everything people have taught me and how can I share this and really understand why. One more question was, Carolyn asked about a power hour. What does a power hour look like? A power hour for me looks like 60 minutes where I set my phone timer on my iPhone and I give tasks. I give specific tasks for them to do. I try to change it up, but the ones that are working really well, like making sure you're smart, your greens are orange, making sure when was the last time you actually thanked people? Like what Trish starts off with gratitude. How about right now, we're going to take 5 minutes and I'm going to set my timer and you're going to go through. It doesn't have to be ketone. It could be mom and dad thanking you. It could be your daughter for helping clear the dishes last night. I just want gratitude. I want thankfulness, abundance, and love in my culture. So we usually have a little bit of that, and then it goes for straight business, and then you can get moving on your way. And for my teachers and my full-time employees and my cardiologists and my attorneys on my team who are working 40, 60 hours a week, if they want a power hour, I Zoom link it, they put their earbuds in, or they ask me for a nighttime Zoom, a power hour. And we do a nighttime. I'm there for each other, and I'm teaching my promoters. Are you there for your promoters? How are we doing this? Come on mine so I can show you. So then eventually you're doing it. I think that was the podcast. Alexis, for struggling newbies, get in those daily method of operations. What are you doing for an hour straight? That is what I suggest you talk to your person who you signed up under, and what are you doing every day for an hour straight? Because if you focus for an hour straight of DMO, you know, your daily method of operations, that will help you. And those 30 no's, Heather has a sheet, and it's literally, it says no, 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 no. I print them out for everybody and I send them. And I ask people to check them off because that no is the planted seed. And I tell my promoters from day one, when you get that no, you freaking celebrate, you crushed it, and you high five yourself, because that no means, wow, they're thinking about it. They are thinking about it. And you're going to be like, I want it to be better. I want you to have better sleep. You complain that you snore and that you don't get a good night's sleep. So your no is going to be a yes. And Heather once said to me, I love the skeptics. I love the skeptics. So when someone says to me and they want to go back and forth, you know, I take those no's as game on, game on. And that's what I teach my promoters. Game on. You want to know why it's working for me? I'll tell you right now.
I love that. That was awesome. Okay. And then so Samantha, with the 30 no's, do you do this like you want them to have 30 no's a day, or is it like just like 30 no's for the month, or what? Whatever they want.
Who are you asking? Me?
You.
Okay. The 30 no's, it depends if the person's doing this and they're taking a couple hours out of their day to work ketones. I think that if they can get it in their week, it's very doable. I would say
Okay.
give yourself 7 days to get 30 no's. That's realistic. But if you're sitting with me in a power hour and I give you 15 minutes, hopefully you're going to be hearing some yeses, some no's, some maybes, or mostly what we get is, can you tell me a little more?
I love that. I love that. And that is the door open right there. Yep. 5 a day would be 30 a week. That's perfect. And so like, I love that. You guys, thank you. I thank you so incredibly much for coming on here and sharing tonight. And I think a lot of the times, like, as you guys were all talking, I was just thinking like, so much of the time, like we're looking at Facebook and Instagram and we're looking at our numbers and we're looking at engagement. We're looking at how many people are following us. And I think like just hearing your guys' story of like where you are, like, listen, like followers, engagement, all of the like tactical things like that, like, yeah, they can be important, but they're not everything, right? You don't need 100 million followers. You got to have like the faith of Liz and Brandy and Linda to be like, I'm going to make this work, right? Like faith is greater than followers when it comes to this. You don't need engagement. You need their freaking energy that they have. Like that's what you need going out to talk to people, right? Like sometimes you have to just have hair on fire, like ignorance on fire. Like you just go out there and share ketones with people. Like, do you have the energy? Do you have the belief and the faith to be able to build a business? Because you're not going to be able to build it any further than your level of belief. So if you can't get past, if you're like, I'll never make it to rank 1, like, or I'll never be able to have, 15 customers or sign my first promoter, you're never going to be able to do that because you've already told yourself you can't. And so I just thank you guys so much. You guys are absolutely incredible. They are on fire. I am sure we're going to be seeing lots of champs, lots of pro champs, lots of rank 8s and 9s popping from that leg here with all your lizards very soon. Thank you guys so much. Give them so much love in the comments. You guys are incredible. Have an amazing, amazing evening, you guys. And I will catch you all. We got October is just beginning. We're going to crush this month. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.